Does that work? We're just vibing with the fact that Streamlabs is still being mean to me. It does always feel really weird the times I stream without my headset on. I'm just like way more aware of the fact that I'm talking out loud. This light's a little too white, isn't it? Why is it only one? Ooh. Let's fix this. Setup's weird today. Okay, this one I just look like I'm in the dark in a candleless room or something. That's fine, it'll do for now. Wait, no. That's the side of the shadow. I hope you're not getting like double of the music playing. I tried to set up my headset so I could hear the music just a wee bit. Just in case like ads pop up while I'm listening to the lo-fi I'm gonna put on right now. I want to be able to skip those, like this ad right here. Oh, you're not gonna let me skip it, that's great. There's no audio though, so it's fine.
It's native is made with 9
okay,
clean ingredients.
Now we're getting a deodorant ad. Go
skin.
away. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the setup's weird today. Why am I being too bright? Because this makes me look like I'm in the dark. Okay. Say that's fine for now. But look at this fit, guys. Ignore the mess that's there. You can't normally see that. Look at it. I posted it on the Instagram. But yeah, I got a petticoat under here. Cutie patootie. I bought this corset the other day. I think literally last weekend at the Pirate Fest. I forgot to put my earrings on even though I grabbed them. But yeah. Hello, Hunter. Thank you for lurking. Yes, I love this dress to bits and pieces. Though I find it hard to, like, accessorize. Mostly because of this V-line. I don't mind it, I just think this dress maybe would be better with a square neck. And what's this? Why do I keep turning colors? What if I do... Actually, this is not gonna work because my face cam's right there. Hello. Okay, that does not obviously work. That's also in the way. What if we just... Does that make life better? Or do I still kind of... You can see where my tripod is. Ah! That actually might be too dark for the sketchbook. I can't tell. We have to wait for Streamlabs to decide I'm allowed to scroll to turn on the art tab. There. I don't know why it's not super focused. Can I make that better? It won't even let me like zoom in. I guess I could lower this a bit. I set up some of it pre-stream and then I was like, that's fine. Okay, that's about as low as we can go. Oh no. I knocked the headphones so I can't hear. How loud is desktop audio? I might be able to turn that up. here. So I'd like to be able to hear. And is that too loud for you guys? Doesn't look it. Okay, I think we're finally ready. It took so long. Do you know how many times I had to type in art because Streamlabs was lagging? It stopped looking like a word. I really hope I'm streaming in the right category. I didn't realize this had a rip in it. But, fun fact, my parents are at their friend's cottage. I'm trying to fix this because I think it's sitting on me wrong. So, stream vibes might be a little different. My door's open. That's why the lighting is slightly better than usual. Oh. Maybe don't open just to a random page. I think this is what I was drawing last art stream I did. Yeah. There's a blank page. I don't even know what I'm drawing today. There is minimal plans. The lighting here is awful. I honestly prefer if there's a bit more light on my sketch pad and I look like I'm in the abyss. I wonder, will this help? I don't think so. That just... no. Ugh. Okay. It's fine. I don't need to think too hard about it. This needs a sharpen. I don't really know what I'm gonna draw today. I just decided I wanted to do it. At my job, we haven't had as many campers the past couple weeks, so I've been doing a lot of drawing there. Making like coloring sheets for the kids and stuff. So it's inspired me. Yeah, I don't know what to draw. What should I draw, guys? I feel like I should do some of the stuff I've been doing. I keep getting distracted because I have so many sensory things happening right now. It's great. I've been doing a lot of like D&D characters, NPCs specifically, because I'm working on a campaign, so I kind of want to show you how I do some of them. I guess I can get away with doing vertical, can't I? I wasn't sure if it would fit, but it does. Ignore the marker stains here. This is the desk I've had, like this is my childhood desk. It's literally propped up on some wooden blocks so my legs fit underneath it. Okay. What's the plan? What kind of thing do we want to draw? Should I do like a dragonborn kind of person? I'm so washed out in the camera and it's annoying me, but it's fine. We live. Oh, also, big announcement. Don't think I announced this last stream. It is official. I have a year off next year. Very exciting. I'm gonna... If you're curious, me drawing has a very similar vibe to me building in Minecraft. Anyways, I'm gonna write a list of goals of things I want to be able to achieve in a year off. Specifically, like what kind of follow goals I want, subscriber goals, things like that. Just so I have something to aim towards, the amount of content I want to make, because there's a couple series I've had in the back of my brain that I know I can work on if I have a year off, so yeah. Anyways, back to what we're doing. Dragonborn's what popped in my head, so we'll do a Dragonborn. What kind of Dragonborn do we want to do? I don't know. Let's just start with a sketch outline. I usually always start with the head, and then sometimes you need to make the head smaller. Should it be forward facing? It's easier. I find people with like snouty faces. That's a great way to describe that. I tend to do them like slightly looking to the side, just so you can get a bit more of that look going on. But I think I'm gonna do this one forwards facing. And that'll just kind of right now make it look like they have a long chin. But instead, we want to do that sort of thing. always like a rhombus shape. I've actually only really recently started doing sketches like this. You might notice, I think you can't see that very well. Great. I don't know how to fix that. I can't make the camera focus more. I wonder, maybe I can clean the camera a little bit and that'll help actually. Right, like that. Here it is. I've got one of these glasses cleaners and I always forget to like clean the camera before I go and do anything like this. Is that better? No. Hello? How about you can just barely see my face? It's fine. Clean. Grr. Bah humbug. I'm now like hot. I feel like I complain about being hot like every stream. Can I like make you better at all? I don't think so. Well, you'll just have to see it very lightly until I put darker lines on it, I guess. Alright, next thing I do, I think I want this dragonborn to be like a queen vibe. So I tend to do like a little waist coming inwards for that. The difference I usually do between masculine and feminine body types is for men, the waist tends to be a bit more up, straight and down. But the main difference is how you do the hips. So for men, I do kind of like that. Feminine, and specifically I want this one to be feminine, I go a lot more out like this. And that's another rhombus shape. And now, we do fun legs because it's not human. That's my favorite part. And I'll just do like the center, basically kind of where the light would hit on the leg is how I do the little line here. And she's gonna have the little like haunches look. And then foot. And here too. What kind of weapon should she have? That's like a shoulder arm affair. I think I'm gonna give her like a fancy spear or trident or something. That's how I tend to do it. You can't see super well. And then the neck would be like that, but usually the neck ends up being covered. Do we want a tail? I feel like the tail kind of has to go that way because she's standing that way, but there's more room over here. So I'm just gonna do tail over here because that's what it takes up better space on the page. And that's kind of the sketch I will be doing. How do I want the face kind of vibe to be? I think she'll have horns. So we'll do like all the way up like this. Does she want like a tiara? That could be cute. Let's pull the horns down because obviously tiara cannot sit very well where the horns are. We can do like that. Very cute. And what what if... Okay, so we pull tiara like this, but there's another part that goes like that to hold it there. I think that'll be cute. Am I, like, good and audible? I'm, like, obviously not sitting as close to my mic as I normally would because I've had to shift things around. So, just want to check. You can hear me well, the music isn't too loud, stuff like that. Let me know if there's anything that's not really working well. I know the drawing is not super visible. Here's what we got going on, head-wise. And you know what? We could totally do it like this. I love being so descriptive for you guys. Now we gotta remember what's jewels and what's a hole in the crown. I kind of maybe want this to be circular. What if it, what if what if we do it like this? Is my head's not in there. I like you can see me progressively getting hotter by how red my hands are on camera. That's great. Cute. Okay. And I'm gonna give her little scalies poking up here on her cheeks. What if another one? Another scaly. Oh, so cute. This is just what happens in my brain when I'm drawing. Why are we cheering?
Bank more encores when you switch to a Scotiabank banking package.
Please.
Learn more.
You already heard what the company was, but it's fine. I've muted it. There we go. It's getting hype now, apparently. I've got an iced tea, and it's still cold. I've had it sitting here for a minute. There was a split second where I was terrified it was gonna spill over my dress, and then I remembered it wasn't carbonated. Alright, let's keep going. How do I want... We're just gonna do some schnoz stuff right now because I'm not sure how I want to do the eyeballs. Some little nostrils. Fix that. I can't see that super well. I'm sorry. I will raise it to the camera once I'm satisfied. We'll just do two, yeah. So, that's what I've done. Not super exciting. I'm so sad it's blurry. This was not a problem last time, was it? I could try to get a little closer. I promise I'm not sure how straight I can get the camera if I do this. And you're gonna see the legs of the thing. Because this is now in the way. Okay, I I have an idea. You're gonna be darkness for a hot second. Or you're gonna be my ceiling for a hot second. Can you turn, please? Oh! Why won't you? There we go. And you enjoying my ceiling? Hello. Oh! 1 second. That's come loose. That will legitimately drop my phone. Excuse me. Oh, that's why. 1 second. It's like, what's turned? Oh, it's sideways. And it's my phone decided to rotate. There. Lovely. Kind of. It still needs to be like that? I knocked this again. Okay. I need it to be like here. And now you can't see the whole thing. But you can see it better at least. You know what? You're about to learn something about my camera setup. Other one. Okay, can I... Oh! Why'd you do that? It is not all attached. It's gonna make its way... Oh, that's the wrong direction. It's gonna make its way all the way to that side, and then I will be satisfied. Most of this stream so far has just been me having fun. Having fun? Being annoyed with, actually, the camera. Look at it go. It's so fast. It won't let me click and drag it for some reason. For the past, like, month or so. I don't know. We're almost there. Alright, my background. And now I go! Look at me go! Choo choo! You're like a little train. Across the screen we go. We're so epic and cool and moving so fast. We're almost there. We made it past halfway, guys. Oh. I'm just being impatient for the bit, that's all. I'm being impatient for the bit because I want chat to be entertained. Because I know I'm very patient and chat may not be. And we're just gonna hope that's centered enough. And this guy, here he comes! Now you'll see my art. It's still like not great camera quality, and I don't know why. My phone's just decided to be mean, I guess. Charge is fine. Is there gonna be an ad? No? It just sounded like an ad briefly. Oh, oops. Click back on there. Great music for this thrilling content happening right now. Okay, center my body and camera so I know this is centered. There we go. We did it, guys! Look at us! Wahoo! And now you can see a little better what I'm doing. Maybe it needs some cheek spikes to like emphasize that shape, you know? Brow spikes. Cool. This reminds me of, like, you know how some anime characters have those like wacky eyebrows? It's kind of like that. Like a little swoop here as if it's like eyelashes, even though like obviously like lizardy kind of people aren't gonna have eyelashes. But if it's a swoop like this, you can imagine it's probably just scales or like a shadow over brow. Where it gets difficult is the eyeballs. Is that good? I don't know. One eyeball is bigger than the other by a lot. When the pencil just doesn't go where you're trying to get it to go. Those eyes are alright. And then the entire eye is probably the same color, so we'll just do the pupil in here. Which are kind of slitted. More spikes for the sake of it. Now it's feeling kind of empty there. What do you think of that? It's feeling uneven. Let's see. Okay. Scales. I feel like I need something. Like that. Just some directional flow. Lines, maybe? Does feel better. You can't really see super well what I'm doing. What if I give her little num-nums? Little teeths. I think that's good. You can't. That's what it looks like. Not awful. Good enough for my satisfaction so far. Now what kind of outfit would she wear, do you think? I don't know. I'm thinking. think she should wear lots of jewelry. I'm just like formulating a look in my head. I think she should have a square collar, which gives her lots of room for a big necklace. On it. And then one that's kind of like a choker too. Accentuate that neck. But it does mean we have a visible neck, which is great for non-human creatures. I love drawing necks on them. I want her to have a very elegant look. Don't necessarily have boobs, so I want it to be like more implied with like the style, like shape of the dress. So it's like tugged in and poofing like that, because it's gonna be tugged into like a corset. And I just do some lines implying that it's being tugged in. And I want the collar to have a firm, like, probably like a different color here would be the idea. And maybe the rest of the dress is very like chemise, that like French style, and just like lays along her body shape. Should it? I think it'll have a hole for her in the back. Most creatures I do with this kind of leg shape will have their dresses cut off just a little shorter, just because I feel like that makes sense for the type of like style people with weird bendy legs would probably wear. If that makes sense. So this just fully goes like that. Like, you really want to show that it's following her body type exactly. But we're gonna fully imply like the top part is like poofy and the bottom part is like the chemise style. And then here's the front part of fabric. And the rest kind of just folds below. Like so. Should it have long sleeves? lines here to show how like the fabric's tugging on her arms. I'm not sure about the the tail. I might change the tail. Fully like just, and I'm gonna make the legs a little longer than I originally sketched them to be. They get real skinny at the bottom. This piano. And then legs. So back toe and front toe. This is how I always do claws. So you can't actually see that. I always do this line connected and then I connect it to the ankle. And then easily. So this line's gonna start further that way. Just follow it. But you need this bottom line to be parallel with that. Otherwise, it won't get quite the look you need out of it to show that like they're standing flat-footed. Now we can do this one. Everybody's feet are the same size. There you go. I was like, something's moving outside my door. But there's a tree moving in the window that's past my door. Oh, you know what'd be so cute? Anklets. So it doesn't look quite as much like ankle cuffs, because it did for a hot second there. Should I do one around the thigh? I don't know. I feel like there's a certain line when like doing jewelry on the thigh between elegant and implying something else, you know? Alright, I'm liking this so far. I'm not liking how I positioned her arm. Maybe it needs to go a bit more straight down. And then to the side. We like that better? No, I just feel like she wouldn't hold her arm like that. Do we do the classic tucking it behind her? We might just need to. It does feel kind of classier to have her arm tucked like that. And I want the sleeve to just kind of fall like so. But the top part here, I want to cut off like just where the elbow bends. Like so. And this should go like so. It's hard to find what I want implied here. 1 second. Okay. I might need to color this just to make things clearer. And yeah, the tail really needs to be coming out the other side. It does not work going this way. Which means the drawing's gonna be slightly off center from the canvas, but that's fine. When is my art not? The amount of times I crop out half the canvas when I draw something. It's always, basically. But yeah, like, look how she's so close to this side. It's fine. I can deal with empty space. There we go. And then let me show how it's kind of bunched here. Like so. I don't really know how her arms should look. So we'll just do kind of human looking ones right now. So now we do a little bit of thickness here. There. There we go, fabric. I've decided I don't like how I've done the fabric on this side. I think it'll just have to lay a little different. Maybe we just do more bunching. That's always easier. Don't like how I've bunched that. I think the shape needs to pull a little differently. Like so. Yeah. It just needs that slightly squarer look. That might actually be fun. Oh, hello! Tupper Hunter. Do you go by a hunter or Tupper or just the full thing? But hello, how is it going? I'm doing good. I am drawing because I think actually this is my second ever art stream. Now that I think about it. But I've been doing a lot of drawing at my job lately because I work at a summer camp. I'm like kind of float staff. So I haven't been doing a whole lot the past while because we've had less than half the camp roster than we usually do. So I've been doing a lot of drawing, mostly making coloring sheets for the kids of ones like we can't really print out. Or just doing drawings for the kids, stuff like that. I made some like massive banner ones for them to do. So I figured, like, if I'm getting back into the art stuff, I kind of want to do an art stream. Like, I want to do more art streams in general. But yeah. Let's shift this a little bit. But yeah, that's cool. Go by Tupper. Perfect. Alright. I am drawing a very elegant dragon queen lady. I feel like I need to add a little ribbing to the horns here before I go any further. I've been staring at them being like, they need the ribbies. Oh yeah, and do tell me if my audio is doing weird things, like if the music's too loud and stuff like that. Step's a little different. We're gonna make her a little spikier on the bottom. Give her scales. Just to add a little more of that dragony flair going on. That's what you really gotta pay attention to when you're doing humanoid creatures, is making sure you don't make them too human, you know? Do you mind me drawing too while watching your awesome stream? No, that's perfectly okay. I'm quite happy with that. What are you thinking of drawing? I've been doing a lot of Lego and Pokemon because that's the themes of 2 of the camps I work at. So that's what I've been up to a lot lately. But yeah, I'm curious what you'll be drawing if you're drawing at the same time. Love my art style? Thank you. I feel like my traditional art... Ooh, oh no. My digital art are starting to match up a lot more now in style. They used to be quite different. But I feel like it's kind of getting there with how much recently I've been doing traditional art since, you know, I don't particularly want to whip out my phone at camp when I'm bored and start drawing, because that kind of puts out the wrong kind of image that I want to put out, so I've been just whipping out paper instead. But yeah. Turn the music down a little bit. Okay. There we go. Other than that, you can hear me okay-ish. That's perfect. Oh, actually, I can probably... No, I don't want to turn on my mic because I can see I do peak it every once in a while still. Have I caught everything? Is your outfit Japanese? I don't think so. So, I got the whole... this thing? Here. You know what? It's good. Oh, right. Streamlabs is laggy. I'm trying to get to my face cam scene. Hello? Yes. I want you. There we go. So this, it's got little strawberries on it. I got this last year at a vintage market. So I assume made in Canada, kind of more Canadian vibe. And then this corset I got last weekend at a pirate festival. And it's so cute, and I love it so much. I also got a petticoat under here. Yeah. But yeah, I guess there isn't a specific vibe to it. I think it's probably a lot more vaguely historical European, you know, that sort of vibe than anything else, but it's really just my parents are at their friend's cottage. My birthday was this week, and I wanted to look pretty for the stream. I've been obsessed with pearl accessories because I took a class on Queen Elizabeth I last year, and I have been obsessed ever since because I wrote a bunch of essays on pearl symbolism and how she used that to her advantage, and yeah, I'm just obsessed. Why am I so washed out? I hate that every time I move on the camera, I just become a light bulb, but I'd rather you guys be able to see my art well than see me well, I guess. I kind of debated putting on makeup today to go with the cute fit, but then I was like, not in the mood, you know? Oh! Headbands come untied. It's fine. I originally bought it to be a necklace, and I decided today I was gonna tie it to my head as a headband. Even though I have a pearl headband, I just have one that's a bit chunkier. I'm missing chat. I will be drawing characters from a project me and this author are doing at the moment. Oh, that's super cool. What's inspiring this is I've been in my little notebook, which is too far away for me to grab. It's all the way downstairs. But I have this little notebook I have at work that's meant for work notes. But I don't know what notes I'm supposed to be taking. I'm a camp counselor, so I fill it with D&D campaign stuff, because I'm working on one right now that I want to run with some people. So what's inspired this is I've been doing a lot of art around just like non-human but slightly humanoid creatures. So that's what's inspired this, but super cool sounding that you've got a project. I know my one friend is part of this like indie film project and he's like directing it, and that's super cool. I always love seeing what he's up to. No way, it's a corset. I know, and it's got like proper boning and everything, and it's great. I'm hoping it means I will not suffer from... Can we please scroll so I can switch back to the art? Streamlabs, behave! I've literally every 5 seconds been trying to scroll it. There we go. Okay. Anyways. It's got boning and everything, and I'm hoping it means it's gonna hold my core together much better, and I will not be in pain with half an hour left of stream. Because if that's the case, then I can do more than 2 hours streaming. That's my main letdown, and when I bought it, the guy working the stand, he was like tying it on me, and he was just like, yeah, it's perfect if you're like someone who sits at a desk a lot. It'll like fix your posture and like make sure you're sitting up straight. Which I'm finding it's mostly good, except it does nothing with the range of motion of my shoulders, so I keep sitting like this instead of like this. But it's great. I love it. I'm in love. I spent so much money at the Pirate Fest. I should show you guys the other thing I got at Pirate Fest. It's right in my closet. I'll have to get up to get it. It's beautiful. I love the outfit. Shang-Show. You look fine. Thank you so much. I have to show you this skirt, though. I legit think, though, I spent over $200 at this Pirate Fest. But look at this skirt. It just, like, kind of keeps going. You can wear it as, like, a skirt or a shawl or many things. It's adorable. I don't have to put that all the way back in the closet. I can just chuck it there. If you can't tell... Oh. God damn it. It's untied again. I give up on this. But if you can't tell, I really like the... Okay. I can't sit like this if I have face cam, can I? Can I? I can. There we go. I feel like it's just a little weird to have a bare knee just right there. I love pink and I love fashion. So, it's great. I think most of my wardrobe is pink now. I remember being... I should be drawing while I talk. I remember being in grade 8 and I thought... So many people when I was in grade 8, which I assume is probably still the same nowadays, they think that, well, they try to fit in, which is something I never did. That's not how I want the hand to look. How do I want the hand to look? Chat. I need a raw... I'm currently holding my tripod and just staring at my hand. I've gotten so distracted. What was I saying? Yeah, in grade 8, like, they'd all be wearing, like, black leggings and sweaters or sweats. Just full sweats. Immediately focuses on drawing a pinky. And so I decided in response, how do I draw a hand? Why are the hands not handing right now? It's fine. You've run out of room. You need okay, finish the story, Teddy. I decided peak fashion meant having as many colors in your closet as possible. Which kind of worked. Kind of. What is up with this hand, guys? So yeah, around that time, I'm just gonna show you how awful this hand is. It needs some... I think it's the pinky. The pinky needs to be fixed. My closet was like a full rainbow, which is fine, but like nothing went together. But I was like, I need color constantly in my fashion, or else I have failed in, I don't know, something. Let's just draw this. Whatever this is. And then maybe I can get the fingers to be around it better. Then, in around... it was around the time I started getting more into digital art than traditional art. I made this character, and her main storyline was she'd become friends with these, like, more fashionable kids, and that would lead her into just reimagining her entire fashion. Which works, but it's what got me into, like, really trying to figure out how to do fashion. Yeah, that hand looks much better. So it was around then I started being like, okay, even if you don't know for sure how to do fashion, the best thing you can do to start improving your fashion sense, choose 2 colors, and then get everything in 2 colors. And try to go similar shades, but it's okay if it's not like the exact same shade. I chose pink and yellow for the most part. Then you also get a bunch of black and white stuff. Then, doesn't matter. As long as you choose one color and then style it with something black or white, you can make a million different outfits, and it's great. So that's kind of what I do. Right, oh, well, that was originally what I started doing in around grade 10-ish. Now I've, like, fully graduated university now. So it's been 6 years since then. And the colors in my wardrobe have once again expanded, but still not to the degree it was back in the day when I was like, rainbow! Everything must be rainbow! I must wear every color every day. But yeah, once, like, if you, that's really my one tip for fashion is find 1 or 2 colors that you really, really like and just get a bunch of stuff in that color. And you can really just style anything together at that point. Once you've got that, you can start actually developing your own style and figuring out, like, what styles you like and what goes together. So more like streetwear style or goth style or whatever. You can get anything in any color. But yeah, once you figure that out, then you really just start a good journey of developing your fashion sense, and it's great. I like fashion. Congrats on finishing uni. Thank you. I just graduated this past June. Yeah. So 2 months. Or a month and a half ago-ish. It's great. I'm free! And I'm taking a year off. Exciting. And I didn't have to waste money. That is actually the big thing. I got my tuition deposit back. Or I'm going to. Because I was going to defer a year, and then they decided they didn't want to defer me a year. Which is great. And then I was like, I don't want to. But then they were like, actually, because we didn't tell you that we weren't going to defer anyone this year, we'll give you your tuition deposit back. And I was like, yes. And it's great. So I'm taking a year off, and I'm going to try to focus on content creation because I have the privilege to be able to do that. So why not try, you know? So that's the vibe I'm going for. I'm hoping it's going to go well. I'm gonna just like whip up a million schedules. Right now, like this here is like a basic schedule when I first proposed the idea to my parents. It's probably not the official one, but I'm gonna try to work it like a 9 to 5. That's my plan. I want to stream 3 times a week, edit a bunch of videos. The main thing I want to focus on actually is clipping. Because if there's one thing that I suck at, it's clipping. And you really, in this climate for content creation, you need to be good at clipping. Because Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok is where you draw in people. They don't stick around. You gotta draw them in and then have them go to Twitch or YouTube to actually watch your content, and then they'll like stick around. But yeah, that's the main thing. I was like, I need clipping. And unless you have like really dedicated friends who are willing to do that, it's actually really difficult. And so that's my main thing. I'm hoping I can achieve this year is get better at clipping and knowing what moments in my stream are good and stuff like that. Why not? Honestly, you're doing fine. You do know that's for the fans to do that mostly? Yeah, I do know that. But the problem is there's like a weird limbo in between like having like 100 followers and like 400 followers, where like you don't have enough of an audience for that to be the case, but nobody knows what you're doing because you're small, and then you got to do it yourself, really. I know some people like they make their friends moderators and they have their friends do clips, but most of my friends are just like, I have no friends who can consistently come to my streams. Like, most of my friends, like, there's usually at least one person lurking, but, like, I don't have people who, like, are able to just constantly be there and help me with that, so, yeah. That's my main focus, I think I need to do, is mostly just set up advertising. I mean, one thing I've started doing is just fit checks on Instagram, which I didn't think I would do that. I didn't think I was the type of person to do that, but then I was kind of like, you know what? I like fashion. And it gets people, like, seeing that I am, posting regularly and stuff like that. Because the problem with Twitch is, like, its algorithm's so bad for exposure. Like, it's so bad. So you really have to advertise elsewhere. But yeah. But only if you have a big audience, doesn't matter. Yeah. Honestly, do what you can. That's where you make new friends. Yeah. Well, that's also kind of part of what I'm gonna do. I want to keep trying to do different things that expand who I'm working with. So right now, I have a good group that I do stuff with, but they're not as committed as I am to this stuff. Which, yeah, once again, it's the weird small content creator limbo, I like to call it. Where, like, you have the people there, but, like, you can't all quite do it. So, we're gonna try. Anyways, I gotta get multiple things done this stream. Maybe I still will. It's only been an hour, and I feel great. I don't know what kind of thing this should be. But yeah, that's my goal for the next year. Time to make her pointy. Pointy! And pointy! There. I don't think we'll make her pointy at the other knuckles, it's fine. Again, that's where you get new friends, yeah. I've been thinking, because recently I had an SMP, and it was fine, but it didn't quite go the way I wanted it to, because I couldn't find people quite as committed to the bit as I am. Like, I had a couple friends who were, and then a couple of them just, like, unpredictable things came up. And I will do like a season 2 of that probably, but way out in the future when I know I 100% have people who can do it. I actually originally wasn't going to do that SMP that early because I knew I didn't have the type of people who I needed to be able to pull it off. But there was kind of a lull in SMPs in my friend group, so I was like, you know what? I'll just do it as something for us to do. I'm realizing this is now completely covered by chat, isn't it? But yeah, so we're working on that. I do want to keep expanding my community. I might start reaching out to people I watch/see about. I have a lot of mutuals on TikTok who also do this sort of thing that I've just not bothered to reach out to, which I think I will. A lot of changes coming in the next file. I'm gonna tilt this a little bit. Like the chatters that stick around. Yeah, I've got quite a few who come pretty regularly, which is great, but I want more. I feel like this official year off thing has made me feel a bit more confident to say the things I want to do, because previously I was like, if this ends up being a job, it would be nice. But now I'm like, I want this to be a job. It would be nice, you know? I mean, I am sticking around because I need relaxing streams to enjoy doing the work I need to do. Yeah, I don't remember what my bio is right now, but I think it does say something about I'm either like super chill to like, I am glowing right now. It's great. I'm either super chill or like chaos, and there's no in between. And that's great. It's lovely. It depends on my mood. I think this is like the firm in between where I'm feeling quite chatty today, but it's not like a crazy kind of chatty. I'm just yammering, you know? And it's good to be able to yammer, you know, because part of, yeah, being a streamer is the constant talking. That was something I had to learn. It took effort. It takes a lot to start just being able to confidently just yammer all by yourself. That was something that took me like a year and a half of streaming to be like, okay, we got this. Question, if say one viewer sticks around and stays with you, would you make that person a moderator? It depends. So, like, I do have some friends who like, or like viewers who I've seen in my community a lot. Currently I have no moderators, and I think it's more to me, there's people like I trust, there's people who come regularly, and then there's like, yeah, hard to say in between. So, like, yeah, if someone stayed in my community and like consistently came to my streams for like a year, I would be able to be like, okay, you're in a good position. I don't know, I feel like that's not trusting enough. Maybe it might be a shorter time period than that. I'm not great with time. Because yeah, I have people who've been in my community for like 2 years, 4 years, but like they come to stream once a month. And I'm like, I could make you a moderator, but like I'm so far fine just doing it myself, so I don't see the point. But yeah, if there's someone who's coming super consistently, I guess probably more like for 3 months, almost every stream, maybe that would be the case. They'd also have to be like firmly in my community, like join my Discord and like probably be in, well, right now there's none of my event servers happening, but like be in my Murder at Bears series, stuff like that. Which it doesn't take much for me to start inviting you to community stuff. You just kind of have to be present and prove you're willing to do it. But I'm just a very independent person for the most part. I know for sure if I end up, probably, if I start averaging on over 5 viewers, I will probably definitely hire anyone. Not anyone, but the people who like currently would come to mind to me of a maybe. If I reached over 5 viewers consistently, I'd probably put them on as moderator. But since right now it's more like 2 or 3 viewers a stream, I just don't really feel the need to. So, yeah. would you realize the hard work they're doing to stick around? Yeah, for sure. I am so thankful for everybody who, like, comes all the time. I've really only had one bad experience with a viewer who, like, was showing up frequently. And that was, they decided they wanted to date me, and I was like, we've never even been in a voice chat. I don't know you. So, that was interesting. I don't think I've talked about that on stream. Mostly because I'm like, I didn't bother to block the person. So I was like, I don't know if he's gonna be in chat ever. And I don't know if I want him to see that I was like, okay, no, go away. My favorite is, like, I have queer as a hashtag in my stream, and I make it pretty clear, like, most of the time in online spaces that I'm aro ace, but also under the lesbian umbrella. So it's, like, weird when gamer guys are like, I like you, and I'm like, great! You can't do anything with that, I'm just here. I just exist, and you cannot have any access to that, so it's weird. But, I forget where that was going, really. What was the thing? Yeah, I'm really thankful. There is one thing in the streaming sphere that, like, I kind of take as a rule for myself, is if you are someone who's consistently there and showing your support to me, I will always extend the ladder. So to me, that's something I take away from, like, feminist theory and stuff, because there's a long history of specifically, like, white women and stuff pulling up the ladder behind them for other minorities. Personally, that's something I never want to do. And while that's not necessarily the case of how this works with streaming, it kind of is at the same time, especially for women. If you look at women in the content creating sphere, a lot of things, especially, like, in the Minecraft world, most SMPs, like the really popular ones, have 3 to 4 women to, like, 20 men. And it's actually something that upsets me that I currently cannot do something about that in my own SMPs. When I made Factions of Ethereum, I noticed that I had about triple the men to women and genderqueer people in my server. And I was a little upset about that, but that's just who happened to be in my community who I could invite. I invited all of them, you know? The worst for me was, I don't think any people of color, well, there might have been 2 people of color in that SMP. And that just happened to be the 3 other people of color in my community had something come up and they just couldn't come. One of them, their computer just died a month before, so it was like, I can't do anything about that. But yeah, one of the biggest things for me is I always want to extend the ladder. If you are there consistently and you have shown me that you are motivated to do this, I will always extend the ladder. And starting Factions of Ethereum made me realize, made me evaluate a bit more. I was like, I've, like, extended the ladder to some of these people multiple times, and they have failed to show me the consistency I need. And sadly, I'm gonna no longer be able to extend that ladder to them. And I feel bad about that, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that is one of the most important things to me. I want to try to keep my community open like that. I think I'm done, almost. I'm gonna give her bracelets. But yeah, that is a major thing for me. I want to always be able to extend the ladder to people who show me that they can be there and that they're motivated to be in my community and be consistent with me. Wow, never expected that. Not all guys are like that anyway. Yeah, I'm so grateful for the guys who, like, are solidly in my community. I've got quite a few who, like, have stuck around for a while, and I'm so happy to have them. I think I'm not gonna color this, I'm just gonna switch to another one. But yeah, like, I've got some guys who have been there for a while, and actually, like, elementary and high school, I never had guy friends, because guys didn't like me, and I didn't like
Hi,
them.
honey, it's your mom. Hope school is good.
Is
You're
this an
probably
ad?
missing us so much. I know
This
you can
is
be
in
shy
fact an
and
ad.
quiet.
How long had an ad been going? Sorry about that. But then, yeah, getting online friends, I finally was able to have guy friends who were chill and didn't either dislike me for whatever reason or, like me in a way I don't want to be liked by them. So that I will be grateful for a while. Forever, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. And the person I was talking about earlier, like, he gave me weird vibes a lot. And, so I was willing to give him benefit of the doubt for a while. I think I'm gonna just draw, like, a fairy thing. But yeah, I was willing to give him benefit of the doubt for a while, and then he finally was like, I know we don't really know each other, but I like you. And I was like, okay. Bye! Which I know sounds a little harsh, but I made it pretty clear to him that I would never be interested. And he still was like, yeah. Anyways, that doesn't really matter. It was kind of just funny to me. I know I can be a little harsh about that sort of thing, but some guys just need you to be harsh with them, sadly. They don't take the hint. Why does that make it your issue? Honestly, at the end of the day, your community is who you make friends with, yeah. It's not as if you can bring females in straight away. Yeah, yeah. It's the sad thing about, like, women and, like, just minorities in general are often pushed out of online spaces once they get popular. And that includes gaming spaces. And, like, they're often not into it because they're pushed away right off the bat. If there wasn't such, like, vitriol sometimes in the community, I think a lot of women would be into other things, and, like, obviously other minorities as well. But yeah, there's such a stereotype with the gaming community that it's hostile towards women and other minorities. Which it is! Like, you can't say it's not. So anyone who's, like, there and willing to be a part of this, I want to make a safe space for them. It's something I think is very important. And I want to give them opportunity where I can. I tend to see myself as a very privileged person in the communities I belong to, because obviously, like, I am white and I descend from an upper middle class family. So I have certain resources in my disposal that a lot of other people do not. So one of the most important things to me is using those resources to help other people have a space where they can do what they want to do. I like this, like, trumpet going on. I would appreciate the people you have and not judge if they are male or female. I don't. I mean, there's obviously some distinction. I am very grateful for the guys I have in my community who have shown me that they are chill. Because in this sphere, there's a lot who are not. So I am very grateful for those guys. But I do have to be on the lookout sometimes. And I do thoroughly vet people often before they join my community. And that goes for everybody, honestly. But yeah, I am so happy for the guys who have come into my community and are able to be there as like a, I guess I don't know how to phrase this, as like a character in what I do, who are like good examples. It's great. I love them dearly. Because it's important that you gain community. Yeah. That's the thing though, like, there's some people who I've worked with in the past who I do not work with anymore because they cared more about growing their community than creating a safe space. And I stopped working with them because I was no longer safe in their streams because of the people they were willing to have a spot in their community. So I do think I do value having, as much as I'd love this to be a job, if I cannot make it a job because it becomes unsafe in order to do that, then I guess that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I don't like the idea of, sacrificing what I love and care about in order to be successful. Which is also a thing I have the privilege to do as someone with an upper middle class background. Like, I don't have to worry about making those sacrifices because I know I'll be fine. And yeah, that's part of why I care so much about it, you know? I do like when we can get into these, like, slightly deeper conversations on stream. I feel like half the time I'm not really talking about this sort of thing. I'm just kind of yammering about what I'm physically doing, like building and stuff. That's the wrong direction to put it. But yeah, I do like getting into this stuff. It's been a hot minute, I think, since we've sat down and had this sort of conversation on stream. Where am I? I see more women streamers lately doing the exact same thing with you wanting to build a community, yet they never stretch to other communities and grow their channel either. Yeah, I think it depends in the end what you want out of it. I know a lot of people kind of just do this as a hobby, and yeah, they're happy to do it like that. Personally, like, I did go through a pattern, honestly, 2 years ago, when I was accepting any invite to anything. I didn't really care. I was like, I want to expand my community. The past year or so, I haven't quite so much been doing that because I've been a little burnt out and I wanted to focus on streaming consistently rather than trying to reach out to a million people. However, now that I'm going to have my year off, I have more time to sit down and do that sort of thing. So, I will. I'm going to be doing so many different projects probably in the coming year, and I'm very excited about it. Some of them will be led by me, some of them I will be, like, joining other people's stuff, things like that. So, we'll see how it goes. That's part of the experience, is being able to have time to do this sort of thing and open up opportunities. But yeah, obviously not everybody can do that, and you gotta give them grace for that. So really they are making it small but not stretching themselves. I'm so proud of my drawing right now. Or at the moment. It's the same, means the same thing. Good. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm sure it's good. We're gonna do the hair that I used to have. I kind of miss that hair, but different. We're gonna do it not quite the same. So it's gonna be straighter. Like that. Look at that. That's cute. I reached the end of chat. I caught up. Look at that. What else is there to talk about? I think there's a lot I'm going to be doing in the next coming year. I'm excited to see what projects I decide to do. I mean, I already have an idea. I'm going to be starting a D&D campaign with some friends, which isn't something I've done before, which is going to involve a lot of new creative stuff, which I'm excited to do, that, like, stream hasn't seen me do before. I've got a couple new games in the roster, which is exciting. I recently bought some that I'm excited to play. What else? Obviously a lot more YouTube videos. I have a YouTube specific series I plan to start. So that'll be cool. What else is there? I don't know. Murder at Bears will be coming back. That's exciting. I think I heard a sound, but it might be my cats. Yeah, Murder at Bears is coming back. I'm still working on the new map, so it might take a little longer than I was estimating, because I said like a month. I mean, I'm almost done-ish working on it. We'll see. I don't know 100% right now. I'm actually gonna make the hair bigger over here. There we go. What else? I think this needs to be bigger if I'm doing it bigger over there, actually. I don't know, I don't want to spoil too much I have in mind. What else? What else is there to speak of? Did I do anything fun since last stream? I mostly just worked. And worked involved drawing a lot because there was nothing for me to do, really. I don't know. I really don't know. This one will have very minimal torso going on, I've decided. We'll have like bent-ish legs because she's flying. I know Repo's joining the roster. We streamed it the other day and I loved it to death, so it's definitely joining the game roster. I'm very excited about that. I need to just kind of start organizing some lobbies and stuff. Lobbies for anything, actually. Yeah. I do think there's a series, there's supposedly an SMP I will be in soon, but there's still a lot of planning going into it, so I don't know 100% when that's gonna be, so we might who knows? It could be in the next year, it could be in the next 2 years. I know they want to do it probably September-ish, but the amount of planning that has happened is minimal. And it seems a little bit to me like if it's going to happen, I'm gonna have to step in a little bit more with the planning, but I just finished like Factions of Ethereum. So I'm not super into throwing myself into being in charge of a major project for a hot minute. But maybe in a couple months I'd be more down to like being in charge of that. This bicep's too long. Her proportions are meant to be smaller, but kind of chubbier, just slightly. it's like awkwardly too muscular. There. I think this arm part just needed to be shorter. This is the chill part of stream, I guess. Where we chill back down. Less things to talk about. That's a problem. I often have many thoughts, but I forget I have them. Until it's important. I don't know what kind of outfit this person should be wearing. I'm gonna go for a bit of a dandelion puff look, I think. Like, similar to the Tinkerbell dress. The original one, not the green one. I guess the green one is technically the original one. The one she starts out with as, like, a fresh fairy. Puff at the bottom, you know? For that, you just kind of do spikes in every which way direction. Reminds me a little bit of Movie Star Planet. That's a game I play like super often, but never on stream. I feel like it doesn't make great content. It used to be a thing like people would play just to make fun of it. I enjoy it because of the like fashion in the game. Fun fact, the current theme in the shop this week is Fursona, which I would not expect from a game like Movie Star Planet. But clearly they like researched it really well, cause like the stuff is like super accurate. 1 second. Can I ban you here? I actually think I need to do it on my phone. Alright, we've got a bot in chat. Ignore it for now. I will ban it at the end of stream. What was me? Let's add some little fluffs like that. Not to all of them, just a select few. Add to that look. Look at that, that is so cute. And I think maybe I'll have the top be very firmly here. Just little squiggles like this, because it's the bud bit. The bud bit. That's so descriptive. Good job, Tibby. But you know what I mean. What if it's got a little shoulder out of the stem going on? Look at that. And then yeah, we just do little veins, I guess, on the bud. Look at that. That's super cute. Very much. Look at that. Oh, it's under the chat. There we go. Look at that. And then it's got the little like thing there. Oh, what if I do a little stem And it looks kind of like a scarf. Like a scarf tail. So cute. I kind of want to add a leaf, but I'm not sure where. And if it makes sense. Leaf. I'm not sure if this is accurate to like what a dandelion leaf looks like, but you know. Look at that leaf. What if the whole thing is just a leaf? If the whole thing is a leaf, I can make the leaf a little bigger. What do we think of that? This needs to come in a little bit more. I like that look. But I feel like the leaf's a little too big. It's fine. It's gonna be covered a little bit by her leg anyways. Wrong direction. It kind of looks like a tail. Like a foxtail or something like that. I'm straight up gonna sketch the stick first. Because that worked well last time. I can much better imagine how it goes on. Thick wand for some reason. Maybe we make it thinner. She's really gripping that thing though. It's gonna be puffy. Didn't go right. Oh, you know what? My pencil's getting less sharp. What's the word for less sharp? I know there is a word. My brain went dampened, and that's not right. Let's fix her grip. Because she's really clutching that thing. Maybe more like that, yeah. That's a bit more chill. The fingers have gone a little funny. But it's fine. That's good enough, you know? You know, it's fine. I'll drink more of my tea. It's almost empty. To be fair, we're We're pretty close to 2 hours now. Put it over here so I don't keep trying to drink out of it. I got water. She's so cute. I'm actually loving this a lot. Okay, how do I want... You know, this is... That's not correct. I think her... Oh yeah, her thumb is definitely on this side. The fingers are too big. Get off of there! Hand. Sometimes you just need the hand, you know? I think that looks cute. Something's up with her shoulder. That helps a little bit. The hands are like kind of weird, and I don't know why. I'm gonna give her little fluffs around the wrist, almost like a scrunchie. I think that's cute. Just on that side. Maybe it is a scrunchie. Who knows? This, but not great. I don't know what kind of shoes or something she should be wearing. Give her thick calves and thighs. That just works with like the body shape she's got going. Should she just be like barefoot? I mean, she is a fairy. I feel like it would make sense. Right angle while still having an appropriate big toe look. That's great description. There we go. Toes, and I don't even know if you can see the toes. Well, I don't know why I'm shouting about toes. Yeah, you can't see my toes. Can't really see what I put it there either. Toes! What if I make the leaf just big and put a little bit of leaf there? as well. Then we can get rid of that part, and it just imply it goes further that way, honestly. Alright. She's looking so cute. Oh, hello, Ileana? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm not certain. I'm trying to get this a way you can see it. The problem is I'm hitting the foot of the tripod right here right now, so I'm struggling to show you the feet. Does she want more feet going on? What does that mean? Teddy. I meant like shoes. Does she want shoes? Yes, that's perfect. I am happy I managed to pronounce that correctly. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm vibing. I'm drawing a fairy right now. She needs wings! I'm drawing a fairy right now. And I'm deciding if she needs shoes or if she's just a barefooted fairy because, you know, nature and stuff. Let's do some wingage. Yeah. And I feel like her wings have got to look like these leaves. Just ever so slightly. This one doesn't look great. I want it to like be a dual wing affair. I think it's because it needs to be aimed lower. There we go. Like that. How's it going? Pretty good. I'm having a great stream, I feel. It feels like this stream's going well. The last stream was pretty good too, in terms of just like chat being super active. I feel like in terms of how I feel about a stream, I always feel like it goes so much better when there's chat. I do love my lurkers though. You guys are great. But sometimes sometimes you end a stream and there wasn't much chatting and you're not sure if that went well or if it was kind of a stunted feeling stream. Today's feeling good though. I'm liking it. I think we're vibing today. Vibing. Absolutely vibing. I think there's been movements. Okay. It was just an okay. That's good. This needs to be more round and jutted out like that, I think. There we go. Ah, that's something I need to do on my year off. I need to make a trailer for my channels. Because right now my YouTube and my Twitch doesn't have a trailer, and that's something I need to do. If you want, I can come on your stream daily. What? I mean, I don't stream daily. Right now I just stream weekly, sadly. I don't know. Because I've been streaming on Sundays during the summer, but today I wanted to stream, so I don't know. Oh, thank you for the follow, Ileana. That's very nice of you. Yes, currently I just stream weekly. As soon as it's September though, I want to try... Usually I stream throughout like the school year type time twice a week, but I'm planning, since I have a year off, to do it 3 times a week. We'll see how that goes. She's so cute. She needs a face now. Face is often either the first thing I do or the last thing I do. No in between. Nice. I like when you can get a nose good first time. It's really out of focus, but we'll have to vibe. Eyebrow time. Just a cute little one. Look at that. Eyelashes. That often makes me think you're a bot. I do not, because I do art myself, everything I do on art-wise on my channel is my own art, so I do not commission people for that. Thank you for the offer, though. I like to do that little spiel in case you're not a bot. But often the only people who advertise that they do commissions in people's Twitch chats are bots, sadly. Is my head in front of the thing? No, it's not. Alright. I got rid of most of those bots when I did the, my sub badges, though. Most of them would, like, scan to see if you had sub badges, and they'd be like, I can do your sub badges. And I'd be like, no. Oh no, that eyelash is not good. Neither of these eyelashes are very good, so we'll just make it thicker. The eyes are slightly lopsided, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. We'll just give her thicker eyelashes to, like, compensate. Little upturn of the mouth. And a smile. And little blush lips. Cheek. Here we go. She's looking so cute. And I've now started adding details to the nose, which is always a great idea. Let's give her little eyelid folds, even though you guys really can't see it. Should she have collarbones? I feel like that's a weird thing to ask. A little collarbone, there we go. She's a cutter patootie. Give her some kneecaps. I'm still debating if she needs shoes. Alright. I don't know if she needs shoes. She should have a friend, a little companion. It's legit gonna be a fluff ball. with big ol' eyes. Big ol' eyes like that. Little face. And fluffs. This needs to be bigger over here. And fluff. And then it needs like little. I kind of want him to have like little sticky hands. Like this. Look at him. He's so cute. So that's overlapping there. We need this fluff to look a little different though. Like that. Look at him! It's her buddy. Buddy guy. Can you see him? Look at him. Oh, he should have little wings. Little down wings. I'm trying to put it where you can see him. And I can't. We must suffer like this. Blink. A little one there. Look at that! Oh, he's so cute. I love him. I'm gonna change his mouth a little bit. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. I think that'll be it for stream. I got 2 things done. I will be posting these on Instagram for you guys to be able to see in a bit better quality. Let me just go input us in facecam mode. Once Streamlabs will be kind to me. Okay. Turn that off. Problem is that one always zaps my battery. That took 60%. What am I trying to go to? Twitch. There we go. Do I have any mutuals live? No. Let me see. I wanna actually ban the bot that was... Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just scroll up here. I'm gonna ban that guy. The bot that was advertising viewers. Do I have enough viewers? I do. That was me considering if it is worth me seeing if there's someone to raid. Is there? I don't know. I might just leave it. I haven't raided someone in a hot minute though. That is something I need to keep up with doing, but I'm lazy. That'll be another thing, I guess that'll be a goal in my year off. But yeah, that'll be all. Thank you all for coming. I love you very, very much. Have a good day, morning, noon, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. Love you, and goodbye!